Hi, my name is Jake Solomon, creative director for the XCOM series. I know that fans have been waiting for us to release the game on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One since launch, and I'm happy to see their wishes are finally coming true. It's been incredibly gratifying to bring this intense squad-based tactical game to a whole new audience of gamers. So get ready for permanent and sometimes horrifying soldier deaths, incredibly lucky headshots, and an overwhelming alien menace. You asked for it, so XCOM 2 is coming home to consoles. Over the next few weeks, the team and I are going to take a look back at the classic game XCOM UFO Defense, how we rebuilt that world for XCOM 2, and what you can look forward to when it launches on consoles. When Firaxis approached me about updating one of my favorite games of all time, XCOM UFO Defense, I was ecstatic. I had already sunk hundreds of hours into it since I started playing it in 1994, but I had a team who, for the most part, hadn't been exposed to the wonder of that classic game. One of the first things I had the team do was play a lot of UFO Defense. And what I found was they were really excited to play a strategy game that hadn't really been done too many times before. It was kind of novel in a way. Just the sheer scale of it, the sweeping challenge of monitoring the entire planet for UFOs, to the small-scale skirmishes once you brought down the enemy ships. Up until that point, we just didn't see strategy games working on that many levels. When I saw everyone enjoying the original game as much as I did, it showed me that there could be a place for a new XCOM. In considering how we would remake this classic, it was always very important to me to recapture the magic of the first game. Will fans of the original feel like we had the right to mess with a game that they'd consider untouchable? I mean, we wanted to keep the same feeling of suspense UFO Defense was able to have, that sense that humans are outnumbered, outgunned, outclassed, and that throughout the whole experience, the player felt like they were fighting an uphill battle. Once we figured out what we wanted the game to feel like, we started playing with some of the new ideas. Now, some of them were good, some of them were bad, and some were just plain ugly. In the end, we really think we found a good balance between old and new for XCOM Enemy Unknown, but in designing XCOM 2, we had a whole different set of challenges. Once we re-established XCOM for a new generation, we had a ton of places we wanted to go with XCOM 2. We really liked the underdog element and wanted to stress it, along with bringing back procedural generation that UFO Defense had all those years ago. What was especially challenging with the sequel is we didn't have the established canon of UFO Defense to build on. We had to start fresh with new ideas to really make the franchise our own. From the humble beginnings of UFO Defense to the freshly polished XCOM 2, the goal has been the same. Create an intense strategy game with multifaceted gameplay for people looking for a challenge. We hope we manage the weight of the expectations of our longtime fans with XCOM Enemy Unknown and hope to bring in more fans with the release of XCOM 2 for consoles. In our next video, XCOM series art director Greg Furch will explain how we flipped that world upside down and the challenges of making an alien world on Earth. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out next week's video. Good luck, Commander.